September the 30th, 2020. As you're looking at satellite images over the U.S., and we're still getting a lot of smoke that's coming in from southwestern Canada down through Oregon, Washington, and into California. Also notice, guys, here coming up into northern New Mexico, you can see it, and we'll pull in a little closer. You can see on radar some of these, or satellite images, some of these flames or the heat, the signature that we're getting there. And coming up through the Rocky Mountains along the eastern range into Colorado and just a little further north. There's a lot of problems here. When you see this much smoke, and you're going again from the eastern Rockies in New Mexico now into central Arkansas, and again Napa Valley and all, there's not a lot of wind like it's been being. There was an offshore push a few days ago as we were watching it. Now it's kind of settling down, but the valleys are going to pay the price for it as this smoke settles in there. And day before yesterday, the fires were getting up into the Napa Valley wine area. I just wished that the politicians would come together and get as much help in these areas as they could. Now, again, we hear the argument that is going on in Washington. California's not doing enough to clear the underbrush, good forestry management, and it happens every year, and we know that. And the president is saying it. He said it in the debate last night. You need more forest management. But your governor's more worried about his winery and his obligations to foreign countries to be too concerned about that. Guys, also, it's not in this picture, but I'm going to change it just a little bit here in a minute. We have a 60% chance of tropical development coming up from the Caribbean into the Gulf this weekend. You'd think with the cooler weather that would keep all of this at bay, because the Atlantic has been super quiet after a couple of weeks there with 4 or 5 storms at a time popping up. But I want to, again, let's focus down along the Rockies here for just a moment. We zoom in a little closer, guys. You can see some of these hot spots along this eastern ridge of the Rockies, and a little better look at, again, the Napa Valley in these areas. All are just have got the smoke trapped in there, guys. So your air quality is really sucking right now, and there's not a lot you can do about it. Maybe you'll get some wet weather in there soon, and possibly some more federal help as far as if there's additional firefighters available. You know, I don't know the full situation there, but we sure are keeping an eye on it, and we're hoping that you guys come out of this very well. Now, good news in Mississippi today. The governor announced today, which was the September 30th, was the end of the mask mandate for Mississippi, and he let it expire. He came on television a couple hours ago. So in about 45 or 50 minutes from now, that's over with. I think the kids at school are still going to have to wear masks, and I don't like that. I prefer homeschooling myself, and luckily some of our grandkids are getting that. But again, it's a great day. If you ask me, I had to go into the city today and pick up a few things, and everyone was still wearing their mask, kind of waiting on this. But it's been kind of like that here in the country. We haven't really been that concerned with the mask in some of the smaller areas, even though it was a statewide mandate. We're not all sheeple. We're not all going to wear a muzzle. And so that's over with, guys, in less than an hour from now. Take those masks, put them on your car antennas, ride around the block, whatever you want to do with them. Burn them. But it's a great day to see some changes. Now, of course, they're going to be watching it, and if it gets out of hand with some more of their very accurate testing, then we may see some changes. But now that's Florida and Mississippi. So you guys in the other states that are having to continue to wear a mask, call your governor. Call your local mayors and board of aldermen and supervisors and the whole 9 yards, just board of health, everything, and tell them you're sick of it. You know, let them know you're not going to put up with it, and a lot of politicians are not going to be in office after this is all said and done, especially the ones that can keep continuing with this muzzling of America, if you understand what I'm saying. Let's look at the tropics. This is the 5-day forecast from the National Hurricane Center. This storm setting here could become Gamma if it develops into a tropical storm. We're into the Greek alphabet now after Beta, but this is a 60% chance of cyclone formation in 5 days. Tropical wave located over the west central Caribbean Sea is expected to move westward over the next couple of days and produce a broad area of low pressure over the western Caribbean Sea by Thursday night or Friday. Environmental conditions are forecast to be conducive for development thereafter, and a tropical depression could form over the weekend while the system moves slowly northwestward over the northwestern Caribbean Sea. We'll take a look at that. There's a large area of disturbed weather all through that part of the Caribbean. But again, where the X is, let's kind of zoom in on that satellite image itself. But it kind of snuck in here, guys, because the Atlantic, again, has been so quiet. But the system is located right here, south of Jamaica. All of this is disturbed weather, but they're tracking this area right here. And you can see some of the outflow involved in this section of low pressure. We're going to have to watch it. They're talking about Friday. Today's Wednesday. It's not that far off. But we're going to keep an eye on that, guys. And guys, don't forget, some of you said remind us. So here it is. Tonight, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. East Side, and out on the West Side, guys, at 5 p.m. this afternoon. We're going to join Derek and Malia on the Global Witness YouTube channel. It's titled The Great Tribulation. You can come here. Again, Global Witness. You can see it right here. There's a picture of Derek. And come here. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe and click the reminder on. It should be a very good show because we are about to deal with a great tribulation. And it's good to get heads together and share information because it brings some light onto the subject. And that could be very important in these days coming up, guys. It's a heads up. Be safe.